Who jobless, no man curse. Thank you, Father, we pass the worst. Alright, people, we inside the game here. I was about to go live. I had created live stream already. And yeah, you know, live disappears because current gone, and I just sit down here watching on the screen. Laptop was still on, but current gone. No internet. So yeah, that was looking a little bleak day. I went and take a little lie down, take a kind of wet sleep, and we're back in the game. Send your questions to this number. We're just doing requested questions only. Don't send no copyrighted question here, please. Just send your questions there and I'll do them now. This is a question somebody's already sent out other questions already, right? 5 minus x. Those of y'all who watching this after Add Maths, maybe you are in Form 4 by chance and you know you're going to be doing this in famous Add Maths subject. And that's one of the highest fail rates. And you're not going to be so lucky to just have paper 1. Join my class. By that, my first Add Maths class is next week Friday, and we are in the month, still in the month of July. So the first Friday in August 2020, my Add Maths class. My live classes is the best. It's the best live class you could get yourself in Caribbean. Online is the best online class you could get yourself in the Caribbean. It's recorded, you have assignments, multiple tutors, maths, Add Maths, and soon to be nearly all the other subjects as well. Alright people, share the link, close off the live chat, press like on the video. That's not a good sign when my mind skipping like that, right? So I totally hazed out. I had a mini crash yesterday because I was just doing too much. This year I'm trying to balance live classes with online teaching my 2 classes and preparing the student hub. What you all see on the Discord channel, that's the free arm of the student hub. That's where we just have all the resources, all the access. Then there's the lessons teaching arm of the student hub, and then there's the resource creation arm of the student hub. The student hub is 3 things: that Discord, that free internet, that online content, the online teaching from tutors, and also creation of textbooks, stuff like the question bank, student hub, Trinity, Holy Grail, whatever. With UTD, yeah man, we can jump in the TD mix too. I would be moving like a zombie for that TD life, but things have to happen. I was hoping so I'd finish the Add Maths now, jump in the TD now, still have the night to, you know, get early sleep, but we're waiting for some answers for this question. What happened? I didn't find an answer for the question yet. If f of x is equal to that, oh, you really have a question. Hey, person who sent me this question, I just write it on blind, you know. Then f of x is equal to, oh, it didn't really have a question. My bad. So this is called composite functions. It could pass for Add Maths. It could pass for math as well, but they normally ask this kind of heights in hey, am I doing physics tomorrow? Yes. Let's get an answer for this, people. Press like, share. I'm just looking through my messages you're sending just to see where some other messages coming in here as well. Some of the messages students are applying for the online class, and some of the messages people sending me questions. Tariq wants to send paper 3 advanced questions. Alright, I'll probably do a couple 3. Send me the most devastating one that you have. It's just me or the live chat not answering the question? Everything running smoothly? Why is in the chat if you're hearing me? Sorry if it's taking a little while to get started. How long we live? 7 minutes? Anybody watching this have to skip ahead sometime? Let's go from... no. Alright, somebody send the next question. Alright, I'm starting to see questions popping. Someone sent a question on GP. Alright, I see any questions now. So why nobody answering this question though? So, is it that this question is just space? Is it that there's not a correct answer for this? The person who sent this question actually have this question written out in their handwriting, so I don't know if they just make up this question themselves and maybe doesn't have a working. Sometimes people send the questions like that. F of x, f of x. F of x, complete function, so you need to put the key. This is a nasty question, boy. Alright, so let's copy that. Okay, let me teach you how to ratch. Let me introduce you. Hey, where you going, boy? The whole thing disappear. This thing, boy. Let me introduce you to my good friend Ratchin. You ratching? So you're teaching the children how to ratch. You need to understand that multiple choice is about educated ratching. The more complicated the maths get. So even if you go on to do pure maths, most people who do add maths will go on to do pure maths, right? That's the whole plan. You're doing add maths as a precursor. You would realize that pure maths, and you see the title of this video. I'm talking here because I'm bringing up the calculator. Ratching is actually the way to go. As it gets a little more complicated, let me show you what I mean. See that calculator there? What I want to teach you to do, if they give you a question like this and you're struggling to find it out, put in a variable here. Would this work? Would this work? Yeah, it could work. So if you're struggling to find it out, this one will actually take a little time. You're going to put in a variable. I would choose x is 0. Why are choosing x is 0? That's the easiest thing in the world, right? X is 0. So I'll choose x is 0. Then I'll put in the variable like this. In this equation here, so 0, 0. So the answer is a half. I'm going to take that half and then put it back inside here now. A half and a half. And by doing that, I would have just figured out what f of x is. You understand? I figured out f of 0. I put in 0 there, get the answer and put it back in there, and I would just figure out what f of 0 is then. So let's see that. Why am I doing this? Anybody can figure out why I'm doing this? So if I put a half there, I'm going to get a half. You could use a calculator to help you. Let me just show you shift. So no, just a fraction. 2 minus 1, because 4 by a half is 2, right? Over a half minus 2. So this is negative 2/3. So negative 2/3. What is the plan now? The plan now is to go through all of these and put 0 in here, 0 in here, and see which one gives you negative 2/3. Brilliant, isn't it? So seeing that this chat was fighting up to get an answer to pop out here. Maybe there isn't an answer. I put once again somebody. Alright, somebody says B. Well, let me check B. If I put 0 in here, 0 in here, I'm not getting negative 2/3. I am not. If I put 0 in here, 0 in there, 2. I'm not. If I put 0 in here, 0 in there, none of these answers are working out. This is 1/5. This is 1 maybe. This is 1/5 again. This is what? What I put in here? Half, 4 and a half. 2 minus 1, 1. Yeah, I did this on the calculator, by the way. So the answer is looking a little suspect. A person sent this question to me, but if a question come like that, you do like that. Alright, let me also show you how to do the question the full long way now. Let me show you how to do the question the full long way. Hopefully somebody understand that. Hopefully I get a chance to show you how to do that substitution ratchet method again. It saves pure maths people life today. So maybe the answer now there, 4x minus 1 over x minus 2. The reason why this is an annoying question is because this is f of x, right? And f of x, you need to substitute that whole thing in everywhere seen x. So this is 4 by 4 x minus 1 over x minus 2 minus 1 all over x, sorry, 4 by x minus 1, x minus 2 minus 1. So it's like you substitute the x there, the x there, and the x there, here and there. Right? How long is stream going to be? As long as we need it to be. So this is going to be some kind of notation here. 12x minus, no, 16, I can't multiply. 16x minus 4, x minus 2 minus 1, 4x minus 2. We're looking at here. 4x minus 1. This is a teacher send this question for the student or something. Minus x plus 2 over x minus 2. So I'm going to put that here too. Minus x plus 2. I just make x minus 2 the LCM. Under the two fractions, like if I have this divided by this, I'll get back the negative 1. So let me make sure I'm doing anything ridiculous. This is supposed to be a 2 here. This is supposed to be a 2 here. So therefore I need to change this to 2 and 4. 16x, 15x minus 2, x minus 2 divided by, so I'll simplify this, divided by, simplifying this one now, 2x minus 3, x minus 2. So this will end up inverted when you multiply. So in the end you'll end up with 15x. Didn't I write the x last time? Minus 2 over 2x minus 3. None of the answers have that. None of the answers have that. And if I substitute 0 in this, what will happen now? I feel like any answer. Oh yes. Yes. If you substitute 0 in this, you get any 2/3. So this is correct. The person who sent me this question, I don't know where they come from, boy. Let's stop sending me this kind of question with no answer. Alright, let me go to the next question. This question is straight out of Trinidad. Big up yourself, Trinidad. Y is equal to x minus a half x squared. The lines x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 2. And he said this is in the first quadrant. And it's a curve and it's rotating about the x-axis. And these are the limits. So it's plus 3. It don't really matter. I don't alter this question. Yes, the denominator could also be that if you multiply top and bottom by negative 1. Rotated about x-axis. So you have the curve and you're rotating it about the x-axis and you're getting the answer. Which one of these is the answers? The volume now. Common volume question style here. Wait. I hear my students from Pure Maths talking about some 8 pi question or something like that. Alia, don't send any questions here from no exam today. Right, I just saying. So you are the answers to this question. We know how we do these kind of questions. Yeah, boy, I feel like I see this question sent in my Instagram today a few times. Everything will just be like one big blur to me afterwards. Anyhow, to do this, the integral of y squared dx, and you multiply that by pi. And between the two limits 0 to 2. So you let your calculator do the talking about here. I mean, come now man, who really into all of this? So with your calculator, you throw down the integral here, sign on them here, below, and you see y squared, so we're going to put that in brackets, right? X alpha x minus a half x squared alpha x squared, close up that brackets and square them again because y is squared, and ready to put the limits. It's had about this way to get to the limits. So 0 to 2 was it? 0 to 2. And then come on the outside here and throw a pi 2. Take a pi, brother. 4/15 pi, the answer is C. Well done. You all understand why I told you all to make sure you know how to use the calculator properly. Because if you had to integrate this, it could be a little bacchanal now. Because the problem with squaring this, and I'm not really even feeling like I had the energy to go through and square that and thing. The things I do for these children, the things I do for the youths. X minus x squared on 2 to b squared. Yeah, so squaring this is a piece of bacchanal here. So you'll end up with x squared. You'll end up with plus x to the power 4. And then you'll end up with this by this by, so you'll end up with negative x cubed multiply by 2, so the 2 will go. Negative x cubed. I am maths. I am maths. Alright, so this is the answer here. So now you're going to integrate that. Put a pi on the outside of that. 0 to 2. Alright, 0 to 2, x squared minus x cubed plus x to the power 4 over 4. Once again, you can pull out the calculator now. I mean, yeah, okay. So we're integrating that, so integrate them separately. X cubed over 3, x to the power 4 over 4, plus x to the power 5 over 20, 0 to 2. Now definitely anybody calculator can substitute this part from here. So pi, and you substitute 2 and you substitute 0, hopefully. But ain't you getting some divisions by 0 here? No, you're getting some 0 divided by some number. Okay, so yeah, so really pi times, hopefully this will count. Let me see if my maths was good. Let me see if I fully charge up. Come on, my friends. Shift pi, open the brackets. Why these questions so long, boy? Why are they sending me long questions like this, boy? These things will come? Well, yeah, this kind of question could come. So let's 3. Why I put x cubed? I'm supposed to put 2. Alright, I don't know how to use this calculator. Clearly, I don't know how to use this. 2 cubed is 8 over 3, right? Forget that. 8 over 3, because 2 cubed is 8 minus 4 over 4, which is like 1, plus 32 over 20, right? X to the power 5, 3 to the power 5, 32 over 20. 49 over 15 pi. What did I do? 8 over 3 minus plus. Did I leave out something? Let's see. Square, 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 2 by x, so that's 2x multiplied by x squared, x cubed divided by negative 2, so there's a negative there. Great. Integrate 3 over 3, 4 over 4, 5 over 5 fours are 20. And drop up between 0 and 2, drop a pi, x squared. Right. This is the 4th power. Oh, no. My power's looking good. My power's looking good. All I want to just get to the bottom of this, because not everybody have the calculator, so I want to make sure. Get to the bottom of this. Give me a little while, let's solve this. Kind of off right now. Oh, it's 2 to the power 4 here. Oh, I was using the wrong substitutions. Nice, nice, nice. Let's try it again. So shift pi, and it's x cubed over 3, so is 8 over 3, and it's to the power 4. Now what that person is telling me, you smart, you brilliant. 16 over 4. You see how the calculator is so good? You can double check your answer. Look, Kerwin Springer, 45 or something thousand subscribers on YouTube. Big mistake. Because I know what the answer is from before, I know for sure that I made a mistake. I'm making the next mistake here. I need some sleep, boy. 32 over 20. Close up that brackets. 4/15 pi. We not get. So this is 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 4, Timon, and all of them. Right. Blessings. So this is the way to do it. If you didn't have the calculator and you had to integrate. It wasn't that bad actually. Rate this question out of 10. It wasn't that bad. You had to just know that you need to square it. You also needed to be confident on how you're squaring things. And then confident on how you're integrating this. Right, with respect to x. You get through with your integration and you substitute the 2 alone because it's 0. The 0 wouldn't. Alright, let's just go on to the next question. 0 would send it to 0. Somehow I feel like there's an Add Maths question. This person from Trinidad who sent me this question, if you're in live, let me know for sure that there's a Add Maths question. I said that's how it feeling pure maths session. Feeling little pure maths session. So I've seen this question here, -2 plus, this is this person from Trinidad, plus 4 over 3 minus 8 over 9 plus ... converges to the limit. I used to really overthink these questions and try and figure out all kind of thing and try and really solve it for myself from first principle method. And big man, what I tell people to do is just find A and R and find the sum to infinity, yes? Find A and R and find the sum to infinity. Somebody give me the formula for the sum to infinity there. So A, how do you find A? A is the first term, -2. How do we find R? That's the common ratio. That's like one term over the previous term, or Tn plus 1 over n, some books will have it as. So that's really like 4/3 divided by 2, which is like 4/6. But there's a negative sign involved, negative 2. So the answer is -2/3. So once you have this now, your sum to infinity is A over 1 minus R. That's how this thing is look. So hopefully that's how it look. Dun, 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 dun. So negative 2 over third. 1 minus 2 thirds, right? So negative 2 over third, that would negative 6. What's the answers? What's the answers, options that this person had for us? The answers were negative 6 over 5, 6 over 5, negative 6, and 6. Those were the answers this person had. So why people say negative 6 over 5? I make a mistake. A over 1 minus thing. 1 minus r, negative 6 over 5. So need some sleep, yes. Yeah, anytime I need sleep, I get a little more eccentric. About how long will I be? Where am I? So A is negative 2. R is, let's just double check this, R 4 thirds divided by 2. Negative 2 thirds, that's correct. Negative 2 thirds. 1 minus minus, so 1 minus minus, minus minus, so this is not third. 1 minus minus, so that is 1 and 2 thirds. Yuck. So this now is actually 1 by 3 is 5, is 3, and 2, 5, 5 thirds. So the 3 will come up there with that, make some friends. Negative 6 and 5 is the way to go. Well done, chat. Well done, chat. So what topics are you going to be covering? I just do random, difficult questions that people send in my way. Good job, chat. I love the brilliance. Keep it up. Yeah, so this question, sum to infinity is what's being tested. What's also being tested is if you know how to find the first term and the common ratio. Common ratio, like I could do this divided by that, but why do that and it have this number watching me here? So this term divided by that term. Term that coming after divided by the term that coming before, plug it in the equation, dance. The sum of the first n terms of the series is given by, if you just come in the chat, close the live chat, press like, let's get them likes up. The sum of the, and then bring back up the live chat. The sum of the first terms of a series. So I'm thinking these are questions like your teachers gave you all. Some of them are looking a little ridiculous. The sum of the first n terms of a series is given by the sum of the first 10 terms in the series. I'm for real, boy. So what's the sum of the first 10 terms? And we have answers like negative 170, negative 125, negative 115, negative 85. Oh, they wanted to know if this one could be done on the calculator too. I think so, you know. But I never really experiment with series on a calculator. GP. Why is you all thinking of the answer for that? This one for sure can be done on the calculator. I'll show you just now. Let me just check if the GP can be done on the FX. GP on FX 11. What is 115 years plus something? Nah, I not really seen anything for that. Solving sum to infinity. I mean, this question was just so easy. You just find A, R. You'd use your calculator when you reach this stage. Anyhow, let's just go. So how do you do this question instead? Everybody saying C. Plug this into your calculator and let the force be with you. So where we going by sum and 1 and 10 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And 5 minus, well, they have x in this case, so let's just put 3 alpha x. Boom, negative 115 is the answer. Calculator. Calculator games. Calculator takes away the pain. If you had to do this question without the calculator, common difference is negative 3, because that's how much you're going down by every time. Negative 3 times a certain number. Tap, 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 tap. So common difference is negative 3. And your first term, plug in 1 into this, you will get 5 take away 3. So your first term A is 2. That's 5 take away 3 is 2. And then you'll find your T, you always do it, your Sn. Or they tell me the formula for this, is it A plus A minus, A plus 1 minus ND or something? What is this something, some of our AP? Have like 3 formulas. No, this is the N, this is the Tn term, A plus N minus 1, the common difference. N over 2. 2n plus the last term. So your last term is what? N minus something. So let me know if that's correct. Plug in your answers there and then you end up using your calculator when you're reaching this stage. So 10 terms, 5 by 20 plus or something like that. It's 2n. I hope I'm doing this correctly. N minus 1, 10, 9d. 9d, common difference is who? Common difference is negative 3. So for those who have the calculator, for those who have really good Sharps or Casio, I'm showing you how to do that. But I also showing the long way too for those who did not watch my channel and refuse, or those who watch my channel and refuse to upgrade your calculator to a nice calculator. You have to suffer now. N minus 1D 2A, this should be A, 2A, right? 2A, 2A, that making more sense as 2A. So A is 2, 2, 4. So let me change it to a 4 now, bro, and see if we get the good things. We get the good things. We get the good things. Negative 115. Alright? Bless it. So this is a formula you need to know. I don't look at formula sheets, so I just memorize the formula. Make sure I have all my formulas before the exam don't cork. Because I didn't really teach Add Maths that much this year. A little rusty on some of the formulas. But this man watching CSEC, man, from Singapore. We inside the game. Send some more questions. Let me see what we have here again. Trinidad again. A lot of questions from Trinidad, man. Or is the same person? Oh, this person love the series, boy. This person sent me a bunch of series questions. So they're getting a little training in series here. Or I should say, you're getting a little training in calculator use here. Oh boy, by the time this exam season finish, I will just be writing like scribbles. Like this. And the thing is, you can be understanding it by then. What is we trying to do? The sum K, what? K, 1 to 3. Forget them, you know. Instead of K, there is X in my book. So this is the same thing, but in this may be this is a GP. Anyhow, shift sum 1 over X and going from 1 to 3. Answer is D, 11 over 6. How you doing this without a calculator now is, hopefully I remember how to do this without a calculator. The first term, substitute K, so your first term is 1. What the hell, you can add this up straightforward, yes? 6. Your second term is like 1 over 2. Your third term is like 1 over 3. And add that. And just add that, bro. And good to go. Well, this is like not A anymore. This is like a sum here. A sum to 3. Right? It didn't really cover thing to this way. It didn't really have anything to this. So your answer is just 11 over 6 here. Just add these separate 3 terms there. Alright, 1 plus a half plus a 2. Next. We're going good. So that was the easiest of all of them. Now they're ready for series, AP, GP. Let's see how these things, like to test these things. We want the set of values when 2x plus 1. Anybody who inform phone or messaging to join the online class, well, you know I won't answer now. I respond to messages in batches, right? So, like every day, twice a day, respond to all these messages. Explain this question. So do this question, people. How do I else here, man? No, I am doing requested questions. So you can see the calculator. Just now. So it was up. I'll put it in the calculator like this. So the last question, I'm going to write it back over quickly. Shift and this button here, 1 over k, so is 1 over x. Forget them and them k, we like x out here. X, 1, and this one, 3. Boom. Boom. Answers. The set of values when 2x plus 1 over x minus 1 is greater than 0 is, when you send your question, just send your question for now, right? Don't try and hold a full conversation with me out here. Remember, it's just one of me. I cannot talk to you and teach the class at the same time. It don't work like that. Send your question. Some people from that maths live was sending question and trying to hold a full meditation at me out here. So, if I get this amount of percent, if you let that pass, stay. Sir, please. Sir, please. Oh my gosh. I just trying to hurt my heart over. They're making the dealings hard, man. 2x plus 1, x minus 1 is greater than 0. I think doing questions that people want is the best thing to do. Just trust me on that one. Trust me on that one. So you didn't see the calculator right answer right. Thank you. Daniel, yes, I'm teaching all of this, but I'm teaching it in a structured way. So, structured all the way up to the exam, so you should be able to roll into exam real powerful. Can you explain how you get negative 6 and 5 when you substitute it? That's a long time ago. That's a long time ago, my friend. Alright, so how we getting negative 6 and 5, folks? Pay attention. Over here we like to call this the double negative trick. So A was negative 2 and R was negative 2R. So this is actually 1 minus minus y is 1 and 2/3. So this is actually 5/3. Positive. So negative 2 divided by positive 5/3. So let's think of it as the negative 2 here minus his own business, and out comes a divide 5/3 here sitting now. You see now negative 2 divided by 5/3. The 5/3 are the do a little flippy there. And you end up with 5 on top. Sorry, 6 on top, because 5/3 and you have a 2 here. 5/3. I mean I could write it about just so you to see how I see it. 2 5/3 flip 3 by 2 6 5, one was negative, will be negative 6 over 5. The set values, so how we doing this one? We multiply both sides by the square of the denominator. So we end up with 2x plus 1 by x minus 1. Like this. So now we're ready to solve. Don't go and expand this, form a quadratic, and then factorize this. I would say like 25% of students, when you're correcting the work, they expand this, make a quadratic, and then factorize it back like if this is some kind of puppy show. We already have it factorized out here. So if you have this as that, you know that this quadratic is a minimum. Voila. So whatever values you get, you're going to organize yourself to suit. So you want the values that carry the equation greater than or equal to 0. So you want these x values correspond to y values that will be greater than or equal to 0, right? So great. So great. So this is x is equal to negative a half, and this is x is equal to 1. So negative a half is the smaller value, so that goes there 1. So you want it less than negative a half. What is this? I'm missing out a negative sign there. But now, bring across the 1 negative a half, which is greater than negative a half. The set of values, this person sent me a question, the set of values for x, for which that is greater than or equal to 0. Nice. Everything good there. Multiply by x minus 1 squared. This will end up solving 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, so x is equal to negative a half. And this one is x minus 1 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 1. These are the roots. So I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. X is not equal to 1 part. No. Have no part saying x is not equal to 1. This is all this person sent me. Could never be this. This doesn't correspond to a proper area. It could be this if they say x is a positive number. You understand? If they say for positive values of x, so we're just going to ignore all of this. But it will have to be this if we just want it naturally just so. Yes, and for those who, well, you don't need to solve this using your quadratic actually, you just you have it solved already. I don't care where you see the question come from, it had a mistake. It's supposed to be negative there, or they're supposed to say we want x to be positive integers, or x is greater than or equal to 0, so meaning that x must always be positive. So you're ignoring this solution here, and you're just going to take the x is greater than or equal to 1 solution. Or x is greater than 1. X is greater than 1. No, x is just greater than 1 here. So you would just take the solution. That makes sense if it was like that. But whatever, you understand that? Why is in the chat? Let me move forward with your life. So if f of x is equal to negative 2 over 9x cubed, and you have minus 3, and you have x3, x is a number of real numbers, TD in the morning, yeah, hopefully I can do some TD right after this, like take a break and then do the TD one time. Somebody asking how I know some people just get problem with the quadratic inequalities. Maybe I can do a little peep on that. By the way, you can do the whole quadratic inequalities on your calculator. The whole quadratic inequalities can be done on a calculator. I hope this thing could work out a person. Some real bootleg questions coming today, boy. Well, you don't send no problematic question, I'll your teacher make up and thing. So negative 2 9 x cubed thing bap. What are we trying to do? If f of that is equal to that, then alright, yes, this is a valid question that comes for CSEC. They want to know, given the domain, what is the range? Substitute the limits of the domain. Badao. So this is normally make a little mistake here somewhere when you have the cubes and things. So negative 3 cube is negative 27. So we have negative 2 by negative 27 all over 9. We'll come back to you. And 3 cube is just straight up 27. So come now, man. Alright, 72 by 27 all over 9. Dun 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 dun. Here what, you all can take a picture of this and just post it on Instagram and let people know that online. Let me just post this to Instagram very quickly. And I remember I forget to let people know I'm coming online. People was looking out for me like, that was nice. Add Maths live in session. Just fix this letter so that I can top the iPad screen. So boom. Nice. So 9 is going to that 3 times. So this is negative positive 6. And 9 can go into this 3 times. So this is negative 6. Now, we're not going, although you see against 6 and negative 6 looking like this, you're not going to take up D. D is bad for business. Fairly bad for business. This is a illogical statement. Something cannot be more than negative 6 and less than negative 6 at the same time. So it just so happens that when you're bringing this around, the limits them switch around in the dance. Something happen and the limits switch around. So you just switch it around to fix back yourself. So negative 6, God is love, you have that unlock. What grade is this? This is for like 15-year-olds. So how we does do it on the calculator? How he does do it on the calculator? No, this is a substitution question. So you're actually substituting, you substitute the numbers on your calculator. I need somebody to ask me that every question. So how we does do it on the calculator? Yeah, so this is not a do it on the calculator question. You're just taking the limits and substituting it into the actual formula. You get your number and it's just up to you to not get carried away and say 6, negative 6, yeah, and shade D by mistake. Just keep your head on. Don't get carried away. Let me look at some. My phone doing the vibrating here. Let's send in them questions, boy. Yeah, person, this person just overdoing it. So let me say 2 negative 1, 8 to the 3rd. What is this actually? What is this? What is this? That is one for the easy crew. And let's just do another one time. If we call this question 2, if f inverse was x squared minus 1, x is greater than or equal to 0, positive values, then A, f of x, notice what happened here, right? Do you notice what happened there? This one has a little ratchet you should be able to get away with. So this one saying more things. This question here saying more things. Hopefully it have an answer. First one is just, this is 2 to the negative 1, so this is 1 over 2, 8 cubed. 8 cubed is 2. Cube root of 8. I shouldn't say 8 cubed. Cube root, a fraction, right? So it indicates a root. Cube root of 8 is 2, so 2 times 2 is 4. Answer is that. Next one. So this is if the inverse is this function, what is the normal function? How we ration this is we substitute a number. I would always substitute numbers like 0, 1 or 10. Because those numbers, them numbers is bring life. Them numbers is to work with, right? So I would be like, okay, if I substitute 0 into this, well, the inverse should give me back the answer. So if I get the answer and I substitute, I should get back. It's like this. This direction is f of x. This direction is f inverse. So if I substitute this direction, right? So if I substitute 0 here and I get 1, then if I substitute 1 back in this function, I should get back 0. So you could just substitute 0, see what it is, take the number and substitute it back in these, and see which one it is. That's if you're struggling to figure out how to do inverse something. So like 0 would give me negative 1. So if I substitute 0 there, I get negative 1. So look and see which one of these will give me back 0. Negative 1 here will square, so I will get back 0. Negative 1 here is 1. So 1 take away 1 is 0. So this looking good so far. Negative 1 here, I'll get the root of 0, which is naughty. I'll get the root of a negative number, which is an imaginary number for C. And I will get some kind of papi show thing here. I'll get division by 0 here. All of these are some very disgusting answers. So the answer, very quickly, this substitution we just bring out the answer very, 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 very quickly. But why do? Let me check something. If f of x is equal to 1 minus x squared, y is equal to 1 minus x squared, x is equal to 1 minus y squared, y is equal to, y is not, why do? This looking like x plus 1 the square root. Looking like b all of a sudden. So 1 minus x, yeah, so yeah. So maybe my substitution made a mistake. Let me just work it out the normal way. F inverse of x. Alright, let me try f of x is equal to that square root of x plus 1. And y is equal to, so y squared, so x squared is equal to y plus 1, x squared minus 1 is equal to y. This is that. So B is the answer. A teacher ratch method there and I make a mistake. So B is the answer. Let me see why my method make a mistake though. That's not supposed to happen. Substitute 0, got negative 1. X is greater than or equal to 0, get negative 1. X is greater than or equal to negative 1. Negative 1. No, negative 1 in here did give me back 0. Negative 1 in here. Oh, so both of these worked. So I need to substitute another number. I need to substitute another number. I made a mistake. So negative 1 plus 1's root of 0 is 0. So try another number like, I know my thing must work. Try another number like, what would I try just now? 0, try 1. So 1 squared give me back 0. 1 squared. Try 10. 10 squared minus 9. 9. 10 squared negative 9. Nah. 10 plus negative 9 squared 10 squared 10. Yeah, if you try another number, this is good. The person who make this question is good. They was waiting for somebody to It was waiting for somebody to try and do it. So, you're kind of shaky right now. Alright people, if you find that shaky right now, I will try and be less shaky. Next one? Great, let's go on to the next one. But it's good to, let me tell you something, in maths, to become really good in maths, you need to play around with it like this. So I would always advise the student to make sure I know two methods. All my Add Maths students, all my pure maths students, all my math students and all, I'll tell them to try and get two methods to solve the question. So the substitution method works here, but the person who created this question made an answer so that when you substitute, it also works with that. So you would have gotten two answers that work out. But because I saw them working on questions using two methods, you're able to pick up, you're able to find out that it's now working with the, that this is not making sense now when you check this. Because x squared minus 1, the inverse of x squared minus 1 can never be 1 minus x squared, although it worked out with the substitution method. So that's why I decided to go for this method. Only don't get frightened, don't get frightened. All of this in it. All of this in it. Alright, let me go for the next question. Alright, let me pick somebody else from another country, maybe 758 in the dance. The expression sum, once again, this is just a straight up to 5 negative 1 r 3 substitution in the calculator. The more you get creative in mathematics, the better and more comfortable you'll feel in that you can't get anything wrong. You're not just learning formulas. This person say pure maths was rough, Rashid Keen, but a lot of people say it was, everybody from my pure maths class except one person said it was challenging in pure maths class. Everybody else said it was food, cake, that, the other. So, let's hear something on my face for a little while. D, calculator people on the roll. So out here we're using sum negative 1 to the power of x to the power of alpha x multiplied by, our negative calculator would get confused if I just throw that right there and trip that up in there and say x plus 1 by. Let me see, x plus 1. You see, more experimenting again. Negative 1 to the power of x, 3 to the power of x plus 1. 1, 5, nah, calculator not accepting them kind of shenanigans. Boom. I brackets off these soldiers. Negative 1 to the power of x multiply by 3 to the power of x plus 1, and we're going from 1 to 5. Negative x, I put this in brackets too. Negative x to the power of, I think they probably take the minus or the brackets maybe, I feel. Woo! Y'all, you need to do this one carefully, boy. You need to do this one carefully. Be careful with the brackets. You need to do this one carefully. Let go through again. I'm not going to play around with the brackets here. Calculator not being nice with the brackets. So let's put the negative 1 in brackets to start with. Negative 1. And we want that to go, close the brackets, and we want that to go to the power of x, right? And I'm going to actually write multiply by 3, put that in brackets, to the power of x plus 1. Close the brackets, just now. Let me just make sure I have enough brackets here. Alright, brackets then close. Between 1 and 5. Answer is actually D. Answer is actually D. When you leave the brackets open, just so the calculator actually taking this negative and putting it on everything here or something like that. They're not taking the negative and hitting with the power. So they're not, if you just leave the brackets, so add the brackets of that one. What is man talking about diameter and all kind of thing, man? Don't send your question here, send your question in the what? RL questions to go through anyhow. Why is in the chat if you understand that? Let's try another one. And next thing you can do is actually work it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add it up. I'll show you that method already. This is Trinidad. I find it real Trinidad today. But if sine x plus 20 degrees is equal to cos x, then the value of x. Common to see questions like this. Even if you don't know the rule, it adding up to 90 degrees or whatever, you could just substitute and figure this. You could just substitute values here and figure this out. Do it the long way. Are you ready for me to do this the long way? So 1 would be, so I'm going to add up the individual values, right? If I see a pattern occurring by this third value, I'll let you know. So negative 1, negative 3 to the power of 0 is 1. I'm substituting 1 into this. So negative 1 is the first value. 2, no, sorry. Need to take my time with this. 1 here, 1 there, 1 there. So this is 2. So this is actually 9 by this will switch this is a odd number switch. This is a negative sign switch. So every time R is odd, it will be odd. Every time R is even, it will be even. So it's like a little machine that going negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. So this is negative 9. And then we're going up to cube. So this is positive 27. Then, and so on. And you get the idea now. All your good day? All your good day? Somebody shouting, it's 35, it's 35. This person sent some more. Yes, 35 is an answer, 35. B45. Why isn't the chat if you understand the last question? If you all need me to explain more in the last question or go through the whole thing. So if you bring 27 to the power 4, 27 to the power 5, 27 to the power 6, add up all. Not 27, 3. 3 squared, 3 cubed, 3 4, 3 5, 3 6. One would be this would be negative again. So be back to positive. Enough of that. So yeah, I'm saying when they give you a question like this, even if you don't know anything, you could just substitute, like substitute 35 there, you get 55 and 35 and see if they are the same on your calculator. I'm feeling like I'm in a pure maths class here as well as skipping out things, and that's why people are unsatisfied. Sine 55. See what answer you get there. Cos 55. No, it's cos 35. Right, it's the same as sine 55. So this one works, and you walk away from that question. Need more explanation. Nathan said he needs more explanation. Nathan, this is summation. So you're using R equal 1 and all the numbers up to 5. So you're substituting 1 here in the dance. Then you're going to substitute 2. Then you're going to substitute 3. And you're adding up the terms as they go along. This one will always be negative 1, then positive 1. -1, +1. This one is like powers of 3 because they're just going 3 squared, 3 cubed, 3 to the power of 4, and you just add them up. Next question. Why is it in the chat? Why is it in the chat? I want to know how students in, alright, I want to know how the brilliant students will be finishing so fast and thing. A lot of the time they're just doing this, they just know all the shortcut ways to these questions. They just know the shortcut ways to solve these questions. Why is you going the whole long method and wondering how you're finishing these 45 questions so fast? That's what they just be doing. Next person saying if f of x, another function question, f of x is equal to 3x minus 4, fg of x is equal to x. Yo, this is interesting. Then g of x is what? We have a 1 over 3x minus 4, b x plus 4 over 3, c 4x minus 3. Answers. B. People saying B. A lot of people want me to do this specimen paper. I'm telling you it's better that I do requested questions. The specimen paper, dead in the barrel. You could always go through the specimen paper, watch the answers, and free up yourself. These questions will be better. This will get a nice view of a wider. Just trust me on this one, man. Trust me on this one. F of x is equal to 3x minus 4. Tomorrow you get thank me. Tomorrow, yeah, everybody who want me to do specimen paper, I want you to go back in the specimen paper and then check the specimen paper, check what questions come and see if this was not better. F of x is equal to 3x minus 4. Fg x is equal to x. G of x, put it in there. So how does this work? This works that g of x must go into f. G of x must go into f. So one of these need to go into that and end up with just x by itself. One of these need to go into there and just end up with x. Which one going to do that? Who ready to do that out there, boy? Alright, so people saying B, let me check B. So g of x into f of x will give me x. So 3, yeah, this works. X plus 4 over 3 minus 4. X plus 4 minus 4, x. Why is it chat? This is not inverse, this is composite functions. I have a lot of questions. I'll tell you where to send the questions for run out of questions. People send relevant. People who always online always know where I'm sending these questions. Ting, 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 pow, pow, pow. The coordinates of the point A and B, we could start to go a little faster. Alright, I realize there are a lot of people who understand everything and get the answers correct, and there are some people a few people who don't understand much. I'm going to speed up the pace and thing. people who don't understand this stuff, I'll try and direct in another a video you could watch. The perpendicular bisector to the line AB is given by. So you want the perpendicular bisector to the line AB. To do that, you need to find the midpoint and you need to find the gradient. Midpoint, gradient. But anyhow, here are your answers. A. Let's see how this question structured. Yes, this question can come to 6. Let me just stop right there. Oh, is the inverse? Oh, yeah, it gives it back x. So, yeah. I mean this, okay, cool. What will give it back to x? Yes, it is the inverse. That's correct. But where is that boy? What's the fastest way to get this question on, boy? This question is a real part statement. Our CXC normally have like a 2-step or a 3-step, not like a 4-step. So you might have this written in the equation y equal mx plus c already. Because you have to find gradient, midpoint, see it, and then be able to spot it here. But anyway, let me just show you how I would think with this question. The midpoint is between 2 and negative 10. Between 2 and negative 10. So, 4, negative 4. Negative 4. And so it's x1 plus x2 divided by 2, right? And negative 4 here again. Alright, midpoint is negative 4, negative 4. And then the gradient is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. You all should know all these formulas. So, negative 2 divided by negative 12 a sixth. So the gradient itself should be 6. Why? Well, negative 6, sorry. Because if this is the gradient of AB, the perpendicular bisector will have a gradient negative reciprocal, the multiplicative and additive inverse in 1. So 1, 6 flip, right? Alright, so you use the formula y minus y1 equal m into x minus x1. Y minus, well, put plus 4 one time. Negative 6 into x, like plus 4 again one time, because it's negative 4. So, what are we looking to get? Bring everything on this side. 5 by 4, 5 by 4. Negative 5, 12. Looking at a... Let's see. Which answer you're getting? D. Somebody say 5 minus 3 is negative 8. But it's 5 minus 3. Answer is C. Pure was so easy. So how easy? Pure was, yeah, all of them say it was really easy, right? They said 5 new questions come. They show me the 2 questions that was difficult and look it out. Wait, I forget perpendicular. Yeah, don't forget the perpendicular. So this is the answer right down here now. 28, 28, positive 6xy. So the answer is indeed B, positive 28. I just had to memorize questions. Why isn't it trying to understand that? There you go again. But I feel like that question wouldn't come for CXC because it's not that it's hard or anything. It's just that how these steps are arranged. A question like that may not pop for CXC. I could be wrong. The position vector, but I'm really where he's guessing things are good. The position vector of 2 points A, so this could come. So we have the position vectors of 2 points. They say A and B, but I'm going to write OA, OB one time, right? OA 3, 0, OB 8, 5. And we want the modulus of AB and angle AB makes with horizontal or x-axis. Bro, the whole team here. Alright, let's put the answers. I feel like somebody sent this question to me the last Add Maths slide we had. So the modulus, they say the modulus is either 10, modulus is either 10, modulus is either root 50, modulus is either root 50, angle is either 45, angle is either 30, angle is either 45, angle degrees, angle is either 90 degrees. Those who have problem with trigs, I have a whole video on trigs. Those who have problem with logs, I have a whole video on logs, just teaching that. Those who have problem with surds, videos on surds. Those who have problems with integration, differentiation, module 3, have video on that. So it's real videos out here. So just this, trust me on this one. This scatter shot before exam does work. I sent that question for the last Math Live by accident. Oh. Yeah, where you run by? What is the answer for the C? The modulus of AB, so you know AB. So this question is like a 4-step question, but it could come for CXC. We proved that already. Question like this could come. Modulus of AB. Before you do that, find AB. AB is equal to OB minus OA, so you need to know this triangular law for vectors here. OB minus OA, 8 minus 3, 5. 8 minus 3, 5, 5 minus 0, 5, 5, 5, 5. So the modulus of AB is actually the square root of 25 plus 25. How did we get that? X squared plus y squared. So it's actually the square root. So why people saying, or people are saying C. So it could be C, it could be D. How do we know that the angle is 45 and not 90? That's really easy. If it was 90, the vector that be going straight up, the vector would not have had an x component. It would not have a direction in the I. It would just be 0i or 0,5. So since since you're sure it's not 90, it had to be 45, but it is 45 because it's going 5 this way and it's going 5 that way. When you know about something that doing that, 45 straight down the middle. So C is the answer. Make sure you have that question down now. Bless up, man. Zippy zap zoom zoom zoom. So you have, this is an interesting question. The point 2, 3. one end of is at one end of diameter of circle. And they give you the equation of the circle here, x squared plus y squared minus 10x plus 2y. This is Trinidad sending this question again. And the coordinates on the other end of the diameter. What's the coordinates of the other end of the diameter? Y'all ask specific questions, Nathan. This is what I'm talking to. I don't even know what you're talking about when you say explain this, please. Need more explaining. What do you not understand? Nathaniel and Nathan. Where do you want me to explain? What do you want me to explain? Remember I said this is a revision. This is not me teaching you the entire of the year of Add Maths Send. It would be impossible to teach the entire year of Add Maths in one session before. I know they tell you real high things to expect when you come on this channel, but certain things impossible now. So that's the exact one I said, right? So somebody sent in the chat. Justin, pick up yourself and go and write your exam, please. And it's not circle, it's shape. Alright, so we want the midpoint. So if you don't understand anything, say, so how you get this number here? Somebody asked questions like that before because they are accustomed to the channel. So why you didn't do this that way? So why you didn't do that way? Them kind of questions I could quickly answer. But if you say explain this, explain over this, you can just pull back the video and watch it over. So negative 10 plus 2 is the indication for the midpoint. That is negative f3, negative 2f, right? So you're dividing this by 2, you're dividing that by 2. Switch the signs. That way you'll be able to find the midpoint, sorry, the center of the circle. How did you get 25 plus 25? Sure. Modulus of AB is equal to the square root of x squared plus y squared when you have xy. Again, and remember xy is 5 squared, 25, 25, square root of 30. That's how I get modulus. Modulus is like the length of a line, it's that same formula. So we're the answers. Oh, we were the answers. Shucks. A, 8, negative 1. B, 8. But I see people writing answers there. 8, negative 5. C. See people write 8, negative 1 in chat. I've seen somebody write 5, negative 1. Negative 12, negative 1. Negative 12, negative 5. There's a circle, something is 2, 3 here. And we have something else is negative 5, 1. Negative 5, sorry, 5, negative 1. The center of the circle here, 5, negative 1. 5, negative 1. So the point 2, 3 should be 2, 3, somewhere here. So we want something, another point down there. Understand what's going on here, right? Think about it. Think about it. Diameter. Point 2, 3 is at one end of the diameter. You want the next coordinates of the other end of the diameter. So that will be like lower down, more on this side. You can just kind of guess that out one time. You can guess how that be one. You understand? Once you just figure out the center, you can guess how it be one time. But to work it out, by the way, as I said, this is how people be figuring out the exam so quickly. They know these styles of questions. This is a popular style of question we have seen. I've been doing these style of questions since I write Add Maths, where they give you one piece of a circle, the center of the circle, and one end, and you need to find the next end of the diameter. So Once they give you this, you just need to find the center of the circle using the equation. Sometimes they'll give it in the x minus a squared plus x minus b squared equal r squared formula. So you'll be able to rip out the center from there, or they give it in this kind of integral expanded formula here. I think it's called the standard form, but this is 2fg and 2a, and it's actually half the x coordinate of the center of the circle is actually negative. Divide this number by negative 2. Divide this number by negative 2 to get the x coordinate. Divide this number by negative 2 to get the y coordinate. So you find midpoint. 5, I spent plenty of time explaining. So you get the midpoint. By midpoint I mean the center of the circle, which is also the midpoint of the diameter. Remember? Alright. Alright, let me take a little time and just talk quickly about circles. How do we find the equation of a circle? This is A, this is B. The equation of a circle really describes this. It describes the circumference, that whole trace in there. So this is the xy. So this is like x minus a in distance. This is like y minus b. And this is r, the radius. According to Pythagoras' theorem, x minus a to b squared plus y minus b to b squared is equal to r squared. You squared all of this, you're going to get the standard form, which is x squared plus y squared minus 2fx minus 2, I think this was plus, minus 2gy equals c or something like that, or minus c equals 0. Plus c equals 0. You can put plus. Let's verify if this was negative. No, I think let's leave everything positive. If you expand this out, and there's a video on me on YouTube going through this entire explanation, you're going to get on negative. There's a video with me on YouTube going through negative 2, negative 2, that, yeah, it would be negative. It don't really matter whether it's negative or positive, but you just need to know. That would be actually a little more confusing to see. So you have these two equations of the circle. From here, to get the center, just divide this number by negative 2 now. Just divide that number by negative 2. If you don't understand the whole thing from start to finish, when you have the circle in this format, just divide this by negative 2. Just divide this by negative 2. So that's the center of the circle. So dividing this by negative 2, I get 5, negative 1. That's the center of the circle. So now if this is one part of the diameter, 2, 3, this is 5, negative 1, what do you think this coordinate is? Well, there's a formula for midpoint. You see, you gotta go through all of this thinking and working and thinking. It can be a little problematic here. You can use the midpoint formula. Yes, there's the formula for midpoint where you have midpoint is equal to x1 plus, I do this question on this channel before using all of this already, yeah? Which is why, if you all are doing pure maths, I would advise you, when you see I'm advertising my pure maths unit 1 class, join the online class, right? Between me and you. And the thing is, you're missing a value, you're missing the x2 value, and you have these values. So you're doing a little equating here. So you have like 5, but all of this is unnecessary. 5 is equal to 2 plus x2 divided by 2. We're trying to find x2 by 2. So you equate. This is the method I show my pure math students for finding this. If you was here 2 and you go up to 5, you're following the same pattern. Instead of doing all that formula and thing, 2, 5, you go up by 3. So you have to go by another 3 and you'll end up on 8. That making sense? Understand? If you here, and this is 5, and this is the midpoint here, and I tell you this number here is 10, what this number have to be? 15. Similar thing happening out here. This is 2, this is 5, so this has to be 8. This is how you want to think for this. This is 3, this is -1, so you have to keep going down. You went down by 4, so you have to go down by 4 more again. So this is -5. Because -1, and if you go down by an additional 4. Why is in the chat, if you rate how much you understand this question out of 10, at least you understand how to grab the question quickly. So even if you don't, even if you write 10 out of 10 here, and you write 6 out of 10, in the exam you should be able to get down to the correct answer. And next thing you can do, it's risky to do this, but the next thing you can do is substitute these numbers into the equation and see which one gives you 0. If it gives you 0, it means it's on the circle. It doesn't necessarily mean it's this point, but it means it's on the circle, so you'll be able to deduce some points. That's the next thing to do. Alright, I keep going. We spend real time on this question. And by we, I mean me. I have never seen a question like this ever in my life. The vectors, but we do it still. The vectors, I, and oh Lord, there's a lot of writing by J represents 1 km per hour east and 1 km per hour north. So to the right and to the north, right, respectively. This will help teach you a little bit about vectors here. Good question. Who sent this? Trinidad. Good question, Trinidad. Respectively. Still don't get where you got the 5 and the -1. When you have an equation y is equal to 2x plus 3, what is the gradient of this equation? 2. You just figure that out from there. Similarly, when you have the equation of a circle like this, what is the center point of this circle? Half of this, switch the sign. Half of this, switch the sign. All the time, once it's written in this form. You're just grabbing it out of the equation. No sort of thinking involved in it, brother. And that's the center of this, that's the center of the circle. So that's where I get, in this case, that's where I get this from. From this. Respectively, alright, this question long earlier. So when it have no current, when there's no current, meaning only water, a man sails, he sails a boat where the velocity is, and they give it in vector format, -I plus 2g. If there is a current of (3i), then the resultant velocity, then physics boy, resultant, then the new velocity will be what? And here are the options you have to pick from. How much more hours you all could go for? 2 more hours? If you go for 2 more hours, I feel you'll cover real nice things. If you all want solution, sheet something, you can check CSEC guide, you can check my Instagram, go in my Instagram, go in the bio, follow the student hub, go in the bio of the student hub, sign up to the Discord channel. A lot of the students here in the game because they're in the Discord channel long time. Why isn't the chat if you're in the student hub Discord channel? Next year, you might drop out of the Discord channel, maybe you don't want the notifications and thing. Maybe some of you all might put them silent. Or when exam season come back again, I'm going to see those names in the Discord channel next year again. People saying, hey, I'm just curious how much questions can the calculator do for you. I would say maybe half of the exam could be really sped up with the calculator. And if you include my kind of style of quickly substituting out and ratcheting out the questions, the sky is the limit. 30 out of 45 questions, and the other questions is just like theory, just like use of knowledge questions. Nice, good to see all of you in the channel. Ting. Vectors ing, 1 kilometer, blah 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 blah. Alright, so 3i, it just adding on 3i to this. This question go through all of that. Just to say that you're boosting this with a little 3i. 3i. So you're adding on 3i and 0g, right? So 3i to this. And the answer will be that. Don't interfere with g, just add on 3i. Alright, Trinidad. No more questions for Trinidad. Let me write. Trinidad always do that kind of thing, yes? Let's see if I have another country. Oh gosh, I only seen Trinidad. Tariq. Alright, let's get this one. Sum of odd numbers between 10 and 50. Sum of odd numbers between 10 and 50. What is some of the odd numbers between 10 and 50? $600. Everybody know this off the bat. Everybody know this off the bat. Alright, so the odd numbers between 10 and 50, 600. If possible, can we do a little more than 2 hours? The reason why I say 2 hours is because all want me to explain the method to finding this. I like 2 methods you could use. You do not want to write all them odd numbers and add them in the exam, right? That's madness. You could use the sum over AP, or you could use a little kind of common sense method too. People are supposed to know this by now. Let me go on to the next one. Alright. So we have 5i plus 12j. That's the vector E. Vector parallel to E. The reason I wanted to go 2 hours is because if I finish like 8:39, I have time to come back and do the TD, do a little quick session and TD. Vector parallel to E is TD. I might have to start TD like around 10. And I have a real personal work to do as well. I have a boatload of work to do. Not to mention I have a meeting. My life, man. My life. A unit vector parallel to A. Oh, unit vector. You know how to find unit vectors? I want to meeting with tutors at 8:30. All of this live finishes at 8:30. That meeting cannot be stopped. Bro, I'm so out of it right now. We could probably come back in it a little more Add Maths later. Are you up for that? So we have an hour and a half to go again. I'll be racing these questions. Yeah, that'll be easy. busy day. So people say C unit vector. How do you find the unit vector? You divide the vector itself by the modulus of the same vector. Modulus, remember we find that already, root of x squared plus y squared, or root of the coordinate, the coefficient of I and coefficient of j. So this is the root of 25 plus 144, root of 169, 13. So you're dividing everything. Oh, it had 13 there earlier. My bad. Yeah, you're dividing everything by 13. So not having a 13 there was kind of scary. I don't know where the answer that come from, but it is 13. So it's really this vector divided by 13. So it's the same as 1/13 of that vector. C is the answer. Well, people know that so much that they just know one time what to do. 6. Range of values. Alright, so we was off to a little slow start, but I feel like catching a link now. So just solve this and get the range of values. This is straightforward. This is straight up calculator as well. You can just plug this into your calculator and walk away with the actual answer. Now, a lot of people, I've seen 339 people here. When I went live during like the run up to exam, the Add Maths live usually about 150 thereabouts. That's the number we make. So maybe about half of the people inside here already see these types of questions with me, do these types of questions, be down in this and understand this. So I guess the desperation that I'm getting from a few people are the people who just touched down and like, oh, I don't know what to do, I'm failing. And just take time and do as consume as much of my content as you can within this short period of time. Shift mode, not shift mode, come to that, just mode. Mode, inequality, quadratics. Didn't I click quadratic? Oh, sorry, I need to do this again. Inequality, quadratic, I want it to be 10, that's 0. 0, just 0, less than 0. If it was 10, I'd have to bring across the 10 and get it to 0, right? So it's less than 0, so I'm picking number 2. So 2, plug in, 1, -7, 10, between 2 and 5, answer is B. If you don't have the calculator and you need to do it, excuse me, manually, then you solve this. You factorize this. Hopefully you know how to factorize it, right? So you get x equal to 2 and x equal to 5. You draw your graph. When you have your graph of your quadratic, you're looking for the points 2 and 5 there. And you want the occasion, you want the inequality, the range of values, that this equation will be less than 0.4. That will only happen between 2 and 5. And the only thing that is telling me between 2 and 5 is this. This is back to front. This is saying x is less than 2 but more than 5 at the same time. I'm madness. So B is the answer. These are separated. So this is saying separated things out of order. Alright. Right, that's what I was saying. I had to do some technical drawing. My word, what is this? This is a full paper 3 question. I wish I could do this now for you, but the greater good, by the greater good. The greater good. Hard luck, bro. Triangle OAB has vertices given by 0, 0, -3, what is that, alpha or A? Whatever, it don't matter. A, 6, 2. So these are the vertices of a triangle OAB. So they're saying that the angle AOB is equal to pi on 2. What is A? And these are the answers. The angle AOB is equal to pi on 2, aka 90 degrees, aka perpendicular. Anytime it's perpendicular, that product is 0. Somebody now realized you could use calculator in Add Maths exam. What was going on with your preparation, soldier? So people already know the answer now. AOB is pi on 2. AOB is pi on 2. Dot product. Dot product means OB dot OA must be equal, or OA dot OB. Energy going down, and I feel it in my heart. OB, OA. So this dot that must be equal to 0. The fact that they're coming from the origin is comfort to your soul. That means you're not worried about anything. Negative 3, A, 6, 2. 0 must be equal to negative 18 plus 2A. So this had to be 9 for it to work out. 2 by 9, 18, so 9. Had to be 9. Dot product is 0 when the angle is pi on 2, when the angle is 90 degrees. Then move on. So if you wonder why people are answering so fast and thing, the preparation is just probably a little more laborious. Differentiate this, and what is the answer? Now, the amount of information I had on the channel for maths and probably Add Maths, students use that last year and walk away with a 1 walk away distinction and thing. So I'll get even more as I put hours and hours and hours and hours of content on this channel. I rarely do live streams this year. I didn't do the short format. Some people like the short format where I'm talking and interacting with the chat and going through different methods and things. Some people just like short to the point. But still, I do a lot of live streams this year, so you're supposed to have content I can just turn off this right now, and you're supposed to just watch yourself into one. B, people say answer is B. This is the 7x squared plus 4 to the power half. Differentiate that, you're going to get 14x on the outside because you have to multiply by the differential. Differentiate what is in the bracket and multiply by chain rule. I'm just shortening it up. And also anything else you have to multiply by the half. And this will turn to 7x squared plus 4 to the negative a half because you drop it down by 1. So you're looking at 2 into 14 is 7x on top. And since it's negative, it will go underneath it. Put it back in square root form since it's a fraction. So your answer is B for this question. Well done, Trinidad. Next question. Hey, we get you a speed here now, boy. Tan of 2x plus pi on 4. What is this equal to? Alright, so this is a question. By the way, there's a way to solve these questions on your calculator too, where you differentiate and you plug in a value. So you can differentiate and you can, let me just show you a quick, so if you, just in case you need to use it and you run into a little difficulty or you want to double check your answer. So shift differentiation, I'm wrong mode. Make sure you have to come in and out of your modes. Shift, differentiate, Now you can't do variable differentiation, because actually that is actually on the rules. You're not allowed to have a calculator that can do variable differentiation. But you can still differentiate this, and let me say x is equal to 1 then. So you get 2.11, and if I substitute 1 in this, I should get 2.11. So that's substitution ratio method that you just put into play. If you're getting, like if maybe you have to do a differentiation as a quotient rule and you're not too sure if you do the correct thing, you can use a calculator to plug in a value. I just call it a sleeper value into the equation. Even though you don't have any values here, you can't differentiate this, but you can differentiate and say when x is 1, differentiate there and get a value and then plug in the values in the answers. You see, problem with making add maths question, pure maths question, is to make the question in a multiple choice, you have to put the answers there. So one of them is the answer. So just the fact that you show me that one of these is the answer, I could try a back working method to see which one works, and I can do that exactly in this question as well. Think about a way you can do that in this question. Now this is the double angle, this is the two angles formula for tan. This is given at the front. But if you don't know this, so you know how to use it, or it wasn't memorized, or you wasn't given it, you can just substitute a random value in this and see which one works out. So we appreciate you taking your time with us. Bless us. So how do we send questions to you? You don't need to send any right now because I have a lot. I'm just picking and choosing from a whole bundle that people send. Oh gosh, Maya, tell them how to send questions. Don't now see, now it's that thing when you pop it up. So Maya, don't tell nobody how to send them more questions right now. IRL questions. So people saying C is the answer. What's the formula for tan A plus B? What's the formula for tan A plus B? That's slipping me. Tan A plus B. Tan A plus tan B over 1 minus tan A tan B. Tan A plus B. Tan A plus B. This is the long method, right? Tan A plus B. Tan A plus tan B over 1 minus tan A tan B. The number 2 in this dance? Or the 2 is if it's like A and B together, so 2 tan A. Right. So cool. You can use this to solve this question. Or you can just substitute a value for x. Make sure you substitute any value, use let me say substitute pi then. So tan of 2 pi, because in radians now, plus, I know in radians here, way. Change it back to radians. In the Add Maths exam for the multiple choice, you'll have to change the calculator from radians to degrees a few times. So I know foolishness happening in the exam. 1. So it means if I substitute x is pi in this, which one will I say? C, I should get 1. We can't use them calculator in any exam. Okay, if you can't use it, that is you. People have been using this calculator, sharp calculators, since in my days. They used it last year, they use it all the time. So tan, you can't use a programmable calculator in the exam. 2 shift pi plus 1. Keep in mind that sometimes when you do this, you see one question that happened like that today, they can actually put 2 values that work out. Like if I was making questions, I would do that. You see, it work out to be 1. I may put in a next something here that works out to give me 1 somewhere or the other. But the thing is, in this question, if it works out to give me 1, technically there's an answer too. So they can't really beat you with these calculator games. They can't really beat you too good. Can't see the calculator? Oh, sorry. Here it is. So I get the 1 with this, and when I put, so like I put pi instead of x, I substitute x at an angle 180 degrees. Okay, I substitute x at 90 degrees, pi and 2. And then I can check it back here as well, tan. I'm going to do the long method now. Pi and 4. 1. So both of them will cut. Alright, the next way to do this is realize that tan of pi and 4 is 45. Tan of 45 is 1. Tan of 45 is 1. Tan of 45 is 1 here. That's 2 pi plus pi and 4. The tan of 45 in this guys here, tan of 45 is 1. Tan of 45 is 1. So this is the tan of I want to say the tan of a plus b. So this is equal to the tan of 2x plus tan of b, which is 1. We just work out that. And 1 minus the tan of a is the tan of 2x. Alright, this way was actually the faster way. And the tan of b is 1. So, next method. Next question. This person tell them how to send questions to me about what are you going on here. This person send out of alpha plus 45 degrees. Sine of alpha plus 45 degrees. Sine of alpha plus 45 degrees. This is the same. Simi. Yeah, boys. B. What is the sine of 45 degrees and what is the cos of 45 degrees? Both of them should be the same thing. Oh, I feel like somebody sent me a question like this Saturday. Am I right? Jared, am I right? Did we do a question like this Saturday? Jared and Javish. I just want to hear they get 45 out of 45 and all the OGs. Because I've seen these questions like 3 times for the season. A. So I'm just going to talk about the method. You all can research it. Sine A plus B, sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Or any other iteration of that you have. Maybe cos A sine B, or other way around, whatever. Anyhow, so this will be the sine of alpha, cos of 45. And since the cos of 45 and the sine of 45 is the same thing, 1 over root 2. Yeah, we did 1 over root 2. You'll just end up with a 1 over root 2 factorize out. And the sine of alpha and cos of alpha will be watching in your face there. You can check that back up for yourself. Next question. Alright. First, let me see if somebody else. Alright, so I'll do this Trinidadian question first. And then I'm going to Guyana. So you have the equation of a curve. Oh, the gradient function. Is what? Once again, you could plug in your little value here to solve this on your calculator. All these double up methods that I'm showing you all, make sure you know how to do the original method as well. Since you plan on doing pure maths now. X minus 1, blah, 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 blah. I didn't even reach to yours yet, bro. It have a good bit. So in other words, what is to differentiate this? Let's see if we can figure out how to do the method that I talked about. You differentiate that you plug in like x is 1 and then you try, what the hell, plug in x is 0, yes? X is 0, a lot of them will give you the same answer. Nah, I can't plug in x is 0 because this should give me the same answer. So I'm plugging x is 1. X is 1. This is for those who have problems differentiating. This is the, and even if you, okay. We get the answers. Yeah, I'll do a life for physics. Let me just solve it along with it since we get the answers. All you want me to show you the other method? What do you want? Say what do you want? U is equal to x squared plus 2. Du dx with respect to x. 2x. V is equal to x minus 1 to be cubed. dv dx is x minus 1 squared. Just treat up x minus 1 squared. So is this by that plus that by that. So is x squared plus 2 by x minus 1 to be squared by 2x. What? X plus 2 by x minus 2x. The gradient function. Plus. Cheese. That was a little scary. Plus x squared plus 2. Plus 2x, sorry, by x minus 1 cubed. Alright, so factorize out here. X minus 1 squared into x squared plus 2 plus 2x by that. This thing long for spike by x minus 1. Already see now what that x minus 1 squared. Already seeing that are going to end up with a positive I try to see this but the answer quickly. And you got that multiplication here. 3. And so you have a 3 on the inside here. 3 here, 6 there. Six there, right? Yeah, 6 there. Alright, so 6. Both of them have the same plus 6. What's the differentiator? This negative 2x. So yeah, this is why I had to look at the 2x by the negative 1. So even with this mistake, I was still supposed to spot that quickly. Yeah, so it'll turn out to be negative 2x. So the answer is C. Answer is C. See that look wrong? That look correct. X squared plus 2. 2x. X minus 3. I'd leave out that 3 here. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I'd leave out the 3 here. 3 goes there. 3 by that 6. I'm looking at the mean. I not to watch out anything else. I not to work it out again. 3x squared plus 6. Well, once I reach here, you're supposed to be able to spot the answer now. So I stopped here and I'm trying to spot the answer. But I find I was in a little problem here. So I know I left out a 3 here. Nice. 2x by negative 1, negative 2x. See? So, right. Cool. We can go over the last 2 steps to get the answer. Alright. What they did, they factorized out x minus 1 to the power of 2. Is that real? What skill people in Add Maths is not the Add Maths and it's the algebra. So x minus 2 squared and you have x minus 1 cubed. That's like if I have x squared plus x cubed. And I could say x squared into 1 plus x. Is something like this what I do? Because the reason why I do that one time is because I see all the answers of x minus 1 squared lying in here. So as soon as I see x minus 1 squared here and x minus 1 cubed there, I immediately gravitate to x minus 1 squared coming out there. And that's what normally happens with these product rule when they differentiate into. So x minus 1 squared, look out for this sign here. This should be negative. Where you get this 60 from? 60. I have a 60. What's going on, right? I don't know what you're talking about with the 60 though. Maybe the 6, where I get the 6 from? 3 by x squared is 3x squared and 3 by 2 is 6. And the reason I went back looking for this 6 is because I was seeing 2 there and I was like, where the hell that 2 come from? And then I realized I have the 3 here. So 3 by x squared is 3x squared and 3 by 2 is 6. That's where I get it from. And remember this I factorized out this, so it's just this line by itself there. Alright, I drain up one thing over that. That's enough for that. Taking that again, check it over again. I have a physics live tomorrow for sure. Yeah boy, my channel have 2.7 million views. We big out here. Move over PewDiePie. Next question. Let me try the question from Guyana. A long distance runner runs the first kilometer of a race 3 minutes 45 seconds. Alright, let's get fed up seeing these kind of questions. But finds that his speed drops steadily each kilometer, takes him 12, so every kilometer 12 seconds more. So every kilometer this man taking 12 seconds more. But the first kilometer was 3 minutes 45 seconds. So how long? For 12 kilometers. First things first, this is a summation question. Second thing second, this is a AP. There's 2 big clues there, I'll mash it up. Third thing third, might be best to work in seconds and then go back to minutes. Might be best to stick to seconds and then go back to minutes. All you calculate, have a function that can work algebra in minutes and seconds. You could watch a video on the calculator. I didn't really explain too much, but if you're paying attention, you'll see what I do. 58 minutes, 12 seconds. While I'm paying out the answer so fast. How are y'all doing this? 3 minutes, 45 seconds for the first kilometer. Every kilometer is 12 seconds more. Big man thing, they just say 12 by 11, because the first kilometer is 3 minutes. 12 by 11, sorry, no, my bad. Each one takes 12 seconds more. So, I want to figure out like a normal way to do this without using formula or anything, man. Each one takes 12 seconds more. Now my brain is thinking that hardly. How long for 12 kilometers? Well, all of them will have A involved. I basically try to work back on the summation formula in my mind. Sum over AP. I do a question like this already. What was it? N over 2. Yeah, n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Last term. So, half of the 2 times the first side. Okay. Somebody try to work it out in your mind like that. Formula easier. Alright, so yeah, just substitute the formula. This is the first term, this is the A. Change just the seconds alone. So 3 minutes, so 60 times 3 and 45. All you do all the question or just all you go do that. Change just the seconds alone. I just try to duck work. Yeah, seriously. A and your D, your common difference is 12 seconds. And that is it. Yeah, that is it. Your N term, so 12 kilometers. So the N term is 12. The I term is the nth kilometer. So cool. So 3 minutes. Two to 5. So n, which is 6, 2 by 2 to 5 plus n minus 1, 11 by 12. Work this out, get this in seconds, and then change it to seconds and minutes. Yeah, just a reminder to everybody, you know, this is Add Maths, but I guess we would not have a problem that much because maths exam go on. So go take a nap yourself and burn out. I burn out since pure maths. Burn out shut down. Like if I stop moving, I just fall asleep on this spot. That is the healthy choice. But CSEC Spy, you have other interests involved. Well, my calculator, right, is the problem here. And that calculator just move and stop quickly. I'll take a water break there, and then get my calculator and come out. Cool. Let's go to sleep. Alright, we're back. I feel you going for food? Nah, way. Unfortunately not. Serving dog and some crick and cheese. Now way, I need some unhealthy things for you there already. I'll take it easy. Alright, where was I? 3 minutes 45 seconds. Every kilometer 12 seconds. First thing, start off 3 that every kilometer 35 more. What is final? How long it takes for 12? 3. Alright, and we do this correctly, n over 2, 2a, 6, everything seconds here. What number you all get in here, boy? This is seconds divided by 6. Again, 58 and a half, 58 minutes. 30 seconds, 58 minutes, again 58.2, sorry, my bad, 58.2, 58 and 2 over 6, 2 tenths of 60, 1/5 of 60, 5 into 60, 12, correct, 12 seconds. Yeah, so this is how you do this question. Use the formula n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. You need to figure out what a is, change it into seconds. If they bring a question like this, just rock back and start to do the long working. This is one question. The time you wait to come faster with this question, right? This question guaranteed to take you a minute. This is probably the longest question we do. 3 minutes 45 seconds every kilometer. It have a fast way to just think about this and get the answer in. Anyway, you take it, you'll have to convert the 3 minutes and 45 seconds to seconds. That is the part that's slowing you down from just going at a nice speed and thing, which not too slow, you know, that much. That will be 180 plus 45, 225. That's as fast as that. 225, that's a A. You're going up 12 seconds, that's a D. How long? So that's 12. You plug it in the formula. It's not that bad, it's not that bad. It's just that I get interrupted along the way. So it's 12. I don't know what I mean by so it's 12. How does, so yeah, so in the end we had gotten 3492 as the number of seconds. So I end up dividing this by 60 and I get 58.2. So 58.2 minutes is the same as 58 minutes, 12 seconds. Out and bad. Let me keep running this race. The points of intersection, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to press like, don't forget to check out the other Add Maths videos. The point of intersection line, the x plus y is equal to 7x squared plus y squared is equal to 25. I really hope I could come through for the TD people. Things looking real tiring, boy. So you have a circle and you have a line. And you have to find these 2 points of intersection. Please don't do us like this. And they give us values. -3. Once again, answers in your face. Once they put in answers in your face, you could substitute the answers into the 2 equations, and if they work for both equations, it means it is an actual point on the circle and the line. So what you do is check them in the line first. And it's very simple equations. The other way to do it is to create a quadratic equation and solve the quadratic equation, which is also fast as well. So it's whatever way you want to do it. Creating the quadratic, you'll get something like maybe 7 minus x squared plus y squared equal 25 squared multiply thing. What's it? 7 minus y squared, right? 7 minus y to be squared plus y squared is equal to 25, so multiply out. Which answer again? D. So let me show you what to do if like you're working on the answers. You try 3 here. 3 and 4. Oh my gosh! I'll take a look at this. It's obviously D. Tell me why it's obviously D. It's obviously D because these are the two numbers that add to give you 7. They say x plus y must be equal to 7. None of these numbers here. Oh my gosh. So this is a 1 second question if you're keeping your mind open. If you're not keeping your mind open, you'll automatically go and say, okay, x is equal. You see why it's good to know? It's good to know these Springer methods. I like to call it this. If I create an Add Maths book, I'll name it the Springer method. And each question have a couple methods. Alright, so you put 7 minus y squared plus y squared is equal to 25. The Springer method. Write that down. Write that down. 7 minus y squared plus y squared is equal to 25. You then do this and then create your quadratic and then solve and then blah, get your answers for y and substitute back your answers for x. If you're doing that for multiple choice, that's what you do. But if you not for multiple choice, paper 2, that's what you do because you don't know the answer, you don't know answers to substitute. But if you're doing multiple choice, you just watch this and you realize, wait now, this and this is not 7, this and this is not 7, this and this is not 7. 3 and 4 is only 7. And 4 and 3 is also 7. So it means these work, them don't work. I didn't even need to check and see if this works. And I can double check. 3 squared plus 4 squared. We know the 3, 4, 5 triangle. This question designed to work like this. This question is not a question to do no long thing. This question, they put this question, the person who made this question is making this question for you to rush this question like this. With a shortcut method. Because watch, the 3 and 4, 3, 4, 5 triangle, if that was squared, that 5 here, it was all over. I mean, sorry, 5 squared here is all over. Okay, you're supposed to just walk into the answer one time. Alright, next question. That was Guyana. Thank you, Guyana. Let's try this one. We have sine x 1 minus cos x plus sine x 1 plus cos x. If I used to get $100 for every time I do this question, I would be rolling in money. Like every time I put up an Add Maths class and people just want to send this question. Sine x minus 1 minus cos x 1 plus cos x, and they give you the answers. A 2 sine x, B 2 tan x, C 2 sine x. There's one that comes in pure maths and the answer is 2 cosec x or some cosec x. CXE may treat your questions harder because I get up a spring. I thought they'd do that by now. Definitely will be creating question banks for Add Maths, maths, probably even CSEC physics. So anybody who in Form 4 and watching this, join my Add Maths class and also look out for my textbooks that come in just before exam season. Answer is C. That's sounding good to me. 1 minus cosec squared x. Difference of 2 squares. Maybe. Yeah. So sine x. By the way, this is sine squared x because sine squared x plus cos squared x is equal to 1. So 1 minus cos squared x is sine squared x. So we're coming back for you. We see you. We come back for you. We'll come back for you, bro. And sine x by 1 plus cos x. And this is, did I say sine x? The sine x on both of them? That was what it was. Yeah, it was that. So sine x on 1 minus cos x. So because you have sine plus cos x and sine minus cos x, that will go. So on the top, all you're ending up with is 2 sine x. You could verify it by telling you that we're going to end up with sine x by 1 and sine x by 1. I'll leave in all the x and all kind of thing here, but yeah, but I already shut it now. So this is sine squared x. You already show y. So in the end, you'll end up with just 2 over sine x. One of these sine x will cancel. So don't test them, please. Who is eating while watching? Who eating while watching, sir? Why is it in the chat? The gradient at x we want the gradient when y is equal to cos x. So you have x is equal to pi and 6 and we want the gradient when y is equal to cos x. Repeat this again to myself. We're saying at x equal to that, what is the gradient of this curve? Calculator time. You can do this entire thing in your calculator and just walk away the answer. By the way, let me put the answers the students and root 3 negative 2 over 1 negative a half. My iPad shutting down on there. TD people are to pay me cash now to drag my butt through this pain. Negative root 3 divided by 2 negative 1 over 2 1 over 2 root 3 over 2. So right, I'm saying that you can do this question calculator straight up to the very answer. You'd be like, what are we doing, boy? What are we doing? Gradients or differentiating? What are we differentiating? Cos x. What is cos x? I said cos x. And we wanted when x is pi and 2. We in radians? Yes, we are. Pi and 2. Anytime you see pi, make sure you're in radians. Eh? What the hey? Cos of x. X is pi and 6. Hey, I feel like did I make this a strong deja vu has entered the chat? Did I do something like this and do this before? I make this it. No, because the last time it worked out. Differential of cut. Oh yeah, deja vu. When you're using this differentiation thing, you have to close up the bracket size. Watch out! So you have the cos of x and I forget to close the brackets now. Understand? Boom. Negative a half. So the answer is B. Don't get frightened if it ain't working out, you're probably just leaving out a little brackets and thing. That is enough Add Maths. Time for TD. That's what they're saying in the chat. Are you all sure? We want some more Add Maths still? Let me know. Go all the way to 8:30. Go all the way till like 8:20. Finally in the live stream. Well done. What's the next way to do this? Very easy as well. dy dx will have to be negative sine x. And this is negative sine of pi and 6. Once again, you can plug this straight in your calculator. But this is the negative of sine 30 degrees, sine pi and 6 degrees, a half, negative a half. Next question. If they really want to test students in Add Maths, they have to take away the calculator. They have to take away the calculator and take away the formula sheet. Here comes Trinidad with some new game. You see, you have a sequence of positive numbers un. This person just said this. Is defined by what? Feel like I didn't see this question before, a question like this. A sequence of positive numbers un. And defined by un is equal to 3, 1, and 1 over 2. You want the sum? Or you want the 10th term? And not that hard, man. I don't think it's that hard. The 10th term of the sequence. Well, substitute 10 in. They're not asking you anything better here now. Just substitute 10. You may be overthinking this question. So I feel people send me only tough questions that bothering them. And if it was bothering them, it was probably bothering the rest of the Caribbean too. These kind of questions. Relax, pa. I know it. Think how we're coming to. So, what we gonna do, boy? 3 by a half 3.9. That's what we saying. Let's now let you make sure we clear on this. You want the 10th term. I feel that's what I want, yes. C is the answer. Walk away from that. So we can get 15 minutes between lives, please. Yes, please. I need it myself. Feel a little pain in my heart for every length. Here comes Guyana again. One more, sir. One more, sir. I did this question already, bro. You were not paying attention. I do a question like this already. Let me just see if I have it up here. What are you looking for? The mod? This is the question of the mod. A modulus and an angle. You just touched on. Here it is. So you have position vectors. You get what AB is. You find the modulus. And since the vector itself was 5, 5, the angle is actually 45. Are you good with our questions? You know? We do this question. Anyhow, you could watch it back at fast speed and just skip through anything. I don't need to recap it. I didn't show the calculator. Oh, sorry. My bad. There it is. You want me to write it back over? 3, open brackets, fraction, which is a half, cut up as 0.52, and to the power of 9. Love and blessings. Alright, so let's keep going. Dragging out some doldrums here. That was Guyana. Here comes Trinidad with this question. If m is 5 plus 2x, then m 4 minus 2a is what? What? Alright, think about that, people. 4 minus 4a, 9 minus 2a. That's right, my a is like 9. 8 minus 4a. That's why people who write the a like this superior. 13 minus 4a. But that's very strange to learn to write an a like this all the way. All the people who do that, well, let me tell you why. Which one it is? We're asking mx is, what is m? Oh, so you're substituting this into that. These are maths question. 5 plus 2 by 4 minus 2a. So this is equal to minus 2a. Just this is easy thing. Yeah, the easy thing. Come on, man. Trinidad. I do a lot of vlogs on the channel, so I guess that's why I get no logs. People are sending no logs here because they feel like they know everything in logs. Alright, so the value of 2z, where's z? If you have a really difficult question before we go, you know, we're wrapping up here, send it to this. If you have a really difficult question. I only seen easy questions now. 2z, I tried to do all the tough one. The value of 2z where z is equal to 5 plus log of to the base 2 of 3 is, so we want to know what 2z is, and this is z. And we have ideas like log 296, 2 to the power 5, 96, 2 to the power of 96. What's that ridiculousness here? So this is 2 to the power of 5 plus, wait, 2z, and z is 5, alright, so 2 to the power of 5 log base 2, 3. If we have 2 to the power 3 by 2 to the power 4, that's not the same as 2 to the power of 3 plus 4? Yeah, I feel so. What do you think? If you have 2 to the power of 3 plus 4, that's 2, that multiplication now. 2 to the power of 3 plus 4. Yeah, I'm feeling good about that. So that's like the laws of indices right there. So it'll be like 2 to the power 5 multiplied by 2 to the power of log to the base 2 of 3. I make a mistake just now. The one before was D. Oh my god. And I get one wrong for Add Maths people. And it's the easy one. 5 plus 8. Alea, it's time for me to rack up. It's time for me to rack up. 13 minus 4a. So should I have to do it on the calculator? This. Alright. So you're out here now. Two to the power of, did I use a square root? 2 to the power of, what is 5 plus log to the base 2 of 3. 96. That's what to do it on the calculator. Oh yeah, blame it on the tiredness now, blame it on the tiredness. I don't know. I don't even know how I missed it. I feel like I say me Cassidy. Cassidy don't do add maths, Cassidy do maths. So I'm going to call this quits for now. Those who want more in the add maths, just look at the channel. I feel like I do this exact question already. People send me real questions. I do lots of questions already. You can check out the trigs, check out the calculus, check out the logs, check out the module 1, check out the module 1, 2, 3. You should be able to get content on nearly everything. Take your time, watch everything. Don't complain in the comments that talking plenty in the chat. That's because you know that's how the live is go. Sorry if you're taking long like that. Just put the speed on 1.5 and double tap like what everybody else is doing. That's how you go through live videos really fast. And take what information you need and leave what you don't need. Do as many, practice as much as you can. Adapt. Adaptation, a different approach to it. Limited. Go and subscribe to his channel. He has real thing on Add Maths as well. He has stuff on Add Maths as well. So check him out. So without the calculator, how are you doing this? Alright, let me just finish this question. 2 to the power of 5 is 32. This is 2 to the power of log base 2. 2 to the power of log base 2. You understand? There's a kind of, how to say this way? There's like a half multiply by 2, so in the end you're going to end up with 1. So this is like 2 to the power of log base 2. So in the end that cancels and you're going to end up with 3. Logs is like the opposite of exponents. So the log base 2 is like if you went up into exponents and then come back down into logs, so you cancel. Right, so 2 to the power of log 2 is whatever here will remain standing by himself. So what's this? 32 times 3? 96. This is just a rule. This is just an idea. So say a prayer for us. This man talking to me? Deathwish? Deathwish, are you talking to me? How is delete people by? Anyway, even if you're not talking to me, who are black all day? You get Deathwish. Any other questions? Let me see if anybody sent any other emergency questions. I don't wanna. Next thing, this is the question. Please, can you do this? Number 37. I just do this question. People literally sending me things like what just do the same. Given that A and B are the roots of the equation. Alright, let me just do this quickly. If anybody go on by. Are they still here? So you have this x squared plus 3x plus 4 equals 0. What is the value of a plus b squared? A and b are roots. So it's like alpha and beta, but they didn't use alpha and beta, right? You understand? So they were alpha plus beta squared. Now, this is a little tricky because everybody knows alpha squared plus beta squared is actually alpha plus beta to b squared minus 2 alpha beta. That's just leave your life as go. But a lot of people make this mistake when they ask you alpha plus beta squared or a plus b squared. Is go and do some extra thing here and take away the 2 times the product and thing, and don't do that. So this is just basically the sum squared, and I'm even going to put the answers. Which number is the sum of the roots? This number, right? Negative 3. So since you're squaring, it don't really matter. Alpha plus beta squared, 3 squared, 9. Negative 3 squared, 9. 9 is the answer. Wherever it is, 9 is the answer. So answer that person tough question. Answer the question you asked me, touch on that, nobody have a thing on, just look back for it. Yeah, if you have y is equal to sine 2x squared plus 1, what is dy dx? That's the next question that people train out there. Oh gosh, I finally reach here, boy. So dy dx here in this case is cos 2x squared plus 1. You differentiate, differential of sine is cos. Multiply by when you differentiate this separately now, you'll end up with 4x. Let's see what the answers they had. Yeah, I was straight up one of the answers. So this. There's rushing through some here just to make sure that you know. Here's another. A line L passes through the point 6,5. So L passes through the point 6,5. Perpendicular to the line. It's perpendicular to this line. 3x plus 4y minus 7 is equal to 0. What's the equation of the line? And these are the options they give you. The reason I'm doing this is because my shoulder, right? A 3x minus 4y, I don't know why my shoulder and heart hurting me. Right now I'm in the process of building the physical version of the student hub. So this is like the hub right now, but I'm building an actual place, a nicer setting. Next year going to be lit. In fact, this year from September going to be lit. So it passes through this point, it's perpendicular to this line. You're going to rearrange this line to find the gradient and then get the negative inverse. Rearrange this line, you'll get y. All I need to do is get the x ready. So this is really negative 3 divided by 4. So the new gradient is 4 over 3, right? I'm rushing. If it's making sense, you're kind of rushing. You need to check it. check it over yourself. So after you rearrange this equation, you'll realize that the gradient of this equation is negative a third, negative 3/4. So the gradient of the equation that you want for the equation of the line that you want, because remember the perpendicular to this line will be 4/3. So this is really, and the passage 3.65 using y minus y1. Y minus y1 equal m into x minus x1. Y minus 5 is equal to 4/3 into x minus 6. Multiply everything by 3. So you get 3y. Anybody have 3y? Do we have a 3y? We have a 3y here. This one is positive 3y. Let me just double check and make sure. Minus, multiply everything by 3, right? Minus 15 equal 4x minus 24. Bring that across. No. Bring that across. Okay. I need to bring these ones across then. Bring across the 3y, negative 3y, bring across the positive 15. So the answer is D. Answer is D. So if I bring this across, it's into negative 3y. If I bring this across positive 15, it will add up to give me negative 9. Still have this 4x. So 4x is equal, this is equal to 0. So you can check with this question. That's that question. Not that pretty. Nice. Me too. I'd be a little worried. I'd be a little worried for people. Like when they say, when people come and ask me, so how to get this calculator? Or so how to do certain questions is like, are you serious, boy? Is tomorrow is the exam and you really asking me this question, boy? For real, you asking me this question. So how to do this? So I don't want to say anything, man. Sine theta is equal to 5 over 13 and theta is the obtuse. Then tan theta. These questions are very simple. Arrange a triangle. Wait, this is an obtuse angle, right? So you need to think in quadrants. So you're arranging your triangle on this side. So this is the basic angle, but you're really thinking in terms of theta here, right? And you want to find out what tan theta is. So sine theta, opposite over hypotenuse. Well, 5 to 13, you know the missing one will be 12. So if you want tan theta, it will be opposite over Json. So you're thinking 5 over 12, right? But that's not the final thing. Because it's in the second quadrant, tan is negative. So it's negative 5/12 is the answer there. Why is in the chat if you understand that? Emergency, real hard. That was actually one of the easiest questions in life. If you don't understand questions like these, watch my video on trigs. Be careful. I have a video on trigs that's for pure maths, and I have a video on trigs that's for add maths. People who don't know this syllabus and doing last minute revision is actually think that the pure maths video is for them. But I actually see which one is for which. If you have 1, 4, f of x with respect to x is equal to 6, how much is 1 to 4? 4 f of x with respect to x plus 5 equal to. Notice this don't have no respect to x here. So this, you're not giving this no respect, meaning that outside of the loop. That just means add 5 when you're done. This 4 could come over here. So this is really 4 times the original plus 5. 4 times 6 plus 5. This is basically a standard 2 7-year-old question hidden with all these fancy languages. 4 by 6 plus 5. That's what they're asking me. 4 by 6 plus 5, 29. I'll take a break. I just rushing off these last few questions here. Let me see if it have any more. So this is 29. This question, converging, already do a question like this. Maybe even these same similar numbers. minus 8, 9. The answer, I do a question like this. That's for the just commas. Yeah. So, find the A, you find the R, common ratio. Common ratio is the other term divided by the previous term. Substituting the sum to is correct? Yeah, feeling like that correct. This is when R is less, right? So yeah, so right. Bless up, bless up, bless up. I don't really see no hard questions now. Everything else that I said in here is a concept that I beat out real plenty. Alright people, you call that judge. Like some wise in the chat, no. Shout out what country you're from, shout out what country you're from. Lessons in your exam tomorrow. If you're watching this and you're from Form 4 and you like my style of teaching, you know, just straightforward to the point. Not like I'm trying to teach down to you. My style of teaching is almost like I am teaching, like if I don't know nothing, in a way, I'm putting myself in a position of somebody who don't know nothing and I'm trying to figure out the essence of what they're trying to tell me. That is me right there. If you like that style of teaching, WhatsApp this number. Get ready for Pure Maths when Pure Maths registration opens up online. Get ready for Add Maths if you're doing over Add Maths, or if you're doing Add Maths next year. Sign up for the class. It's 200 TT a month. Good price. You're getting good things. All the classes are recorded. Nice, modern. Every year I improve the standards from a class. And the first year, the standards better than nearly any online class you could get. So, big up Guyana, big up Trinidad, big up Syria. What the hey? Big up St. Lucia, Barbados, Jamaica, Germany, Nigeria. So nobody from India here. Mexico, where the crew from India normally I always have somebody from India in line in these things. They're gone already. Any other thing I tell you? Follow me on Instagram if you want to know what's going on with my life and if you want to feel motivated and that kind of thing. You don't need to follow Cardi B or any other thing. Follow me, you know. TD in a few. Yeah, TD in a few. Technical drawing coming up. So the prayer. Blessings, Heavenly Father, we lift up the Add Maths students. We know that a lot of repeats have been coming. We pray, Lord, that they are ready, whether it's repeats or no repeats, and that the best situation would come before them, that they would be prepared for the exam, that they would see things that they have been dancing with all year long, that they would be in top shape, that they'll be well rested, that their brains will be sharp, that they wouldn't make any silly mistakes. Any mistakes that they have been accustomed to making ought to be cleansed from their system for that exam. And we pray that when the afternoon arises and Cohen Springer, me, Lord, posts on Instagram and asks how was Add Maths, we shall see the great responses that we have been seeing with the previous exams as well. Help them to be calm, help them not to miss the time, well prepared. Blessings. Thank you in advance. Let me get some amens in the chat. In Jesus' name, amen. Yeah, we have Indian dance. Indonesia, Barbados, Korea. Okay. Venezuela. Okay. People, I am curious, like people from those other countries don't understand what I be saying in these chats, right? Like, I mean, I don't make no effort to teach to anybody except if you're from the Caribbean. You have to understand my accent and you have to understand our way of working and everything. I don't like the former. Anyhow, if you're learning, blessings, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends in Mexico, Korea, Syria, Australia, India, Nigeria. Big things happening in the Caribbean. Love and blessings.